do y'all know that phrase, once you go black, you never go back? Yeah, that actually means once you go black, you never actually go back to them. Okay, that's what that means, because I've been with nothing but black men my entire life, and I can honestly say, worst decision ever. Okay, if I could go back in time, I would. And that's something I would definitely change, is being with a black man. Okay, my dad used to always tell me, you need to be with a white man, you need to have white kids, blah blah blah. And I would always be like, no, because I liked black men, but I should have listened. So if you are a white girl and you're considering being with a black man, I would honestly think long and hard about that one.
Here we go again. How long have I been telling you guys about these snow bunnies, huh? How long I've been warning you brothers about these snow bunnies? You ain't gonna learn, and you haven't learned yet. I know, I get it. I be talking to the brothers. Y'all like them because they bedroom freaks. They do all the freaky stuff that you want them to do. I know they the freakiest women on. I told you that. There was the most egregious sexually women on the planet. I told you that. I know this for a fact. There is no one more sexually deviant than that Caucasian woman. And I told you guys that. And that's why you brothers be falling in love with them and doing all the strange things you guys be doing and everything, because they be putting you under that white spell, that sexual spell. I know what they be doing to you brothers. You ain't gonna lie to me. I know. I am the expert on this stuff. I'm the expert on snow bunny destruction. Way before Dr. Umar Johnson started even making it a thing. You know what I'm saying? I was the one that was speaking on this. You can go back and read my record. You can go back and look at all my videos. I'm the first one to start speaking on the snow bunny destruction. I'm going to tell you the reason why I don't date them. Because I know there's a power dynamic between us. Now I know damn well in any courtroom in the United States of America, I am not going to win. So why would I put myself or subject myself to that kind of situation and put myself in that position? Doesn't even make no sense to me. You know what I mean? When I know damn well if I call the police, they're going to believe you. If you call the police, they're going to believe you. There's no way in the world I'm going to win. You're going to most definitely win in the courtroom when it comes to taking the custody of the kids, because they're going to look at you, then look at me. They're going to look at you and they're going to look at me. Then they're going to say, you know what? I think it's the best interest for the children to go into the hands of the mother, because there's no way in the world we're going to give these kids to that Negro right there. And we all know it's the truth. To that kind of outcome, I date a black woman because I know that we are equal. I know dang well in the United States of America, I'm not going to fool myself into believing that I'm equal to a white woman. No, you're not. No matter how many times they try to play the role as, oh, I'm a minority and, you know what I'm saying, I have trouble with the white man too. You know what I'm saying? Even though I marry him at about a 91% rate, you know what I mean? And even though I keep on going back to the white man, and even though that, you know what I'm saying, my dad is white, my son is white, you know what I'm saying, my uncle is white, my nephew is white, you know what I'm saying, but I'm still a minority, and I still be having problems with them, just like you black people. Come on now. Y'all be falling for the okie doke. I don't fall for none of it. How many brothers have been locked up in the penitentiary, man, have done years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, some any 50 years, come out as the old man, you know what I'm saying? Some of them came out in a wheelchair because some snow bunny said that you took it from her. And that's one of the things she had to say. Back in the 1950s, 1960s, 1970s, 1980s, and all the way down to 2000 and something, they are still believable. That's why I'm not going to play that game. I am sorry. I'm not going to play that game. I've debated y'all about this. I've told y'all brothers about this. I told y'all. I said, you know what? A sneak peek is cool. But y'all want to lay down with them. You want to have children with them. You want to marry them. And now you have to deal with this racial dynamic. I'm not going to do it. No, I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just simply not going to do it. You know? And so many times, you know what I'm saying, and so many times in so many years and so much history I've shown that they have lied and said that we have sexually assaulted them. But yet they're going to sit up here in a courtroom and say, oh, no, he took it from me, because they're afraid of what their daddy might think. They're afraid of what their brother might think. And they're afraid about what their Uncle John might think about the fact that you busted wide open for a brother. You know what I'm saying? And brothers went to jail and went to the penitentiary because a snow bunny was afraid to tell her family that I like the child chocolate stick. I like the chocolate stick. I love the chocolate stick. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to tell the truth. They wasn't going to tell their family what was really going on. They wasn't going to do that. You know what I'm saying? They simply wasn't going to do that. But here's another story I'm going to show you of a brother that got out. You know what I'm saying? Did over 44 years or something like that. You know what I'm saying? They gave him $25 million at the end of the day. But you know what? 44 years, man, you can't buy that back. $25 million cannot buy that back. But here go the story. A story of Snow Bunny destruction.
This is the biggest settlement in North Carolina's history for a wrongful conviction, one of the biggest ever in the U.S. But Long says it's the apology, something that's very rare in these cases that means so much.
It has been a long time coming.
Ronnie is relieved. He is relieved that finally there is a public recognition and an apology of what was done to him and his family.
Ronnie Long was just 20 years old and living in Concord when, as a young black man, he was accused of raping a prominent white woman. Police built a bogus case, lying on the stand, hiding evidence that proved his innocence, and tampering with the jury.
Not only did law enforcement officers lie, but prosecutors were engaged in an active campaign to ensure that despite the evidence of Ronnie's innocence, he remained incarcerated all these years, well past the time it was obvious that they had a wrongful conviction.
In August of 2020, Long was exonerated and freed after 44 years in prison for a crime he didn't commit. The governor pardoned him and the state compensated him just $750,000. He told us then it wasn't nearly enough.
North Carolina intentionally put me in the penitentiary. And you tell me $750,000? It worth 44 years of my life?
Long filed a civil suit last year, and now the city of Concord is paying up with a record-setting $22 million settlement and an apology.
Here, the city of Concord really owned up to the past misdeeds of city employees, which is really remarkable. I don't know of any other case where a municipality has issued such an apology as part of a civil settlement.
As part of the settlement, the city of Concord, quote, acknowledges and accepts responsibility for the significant errors in judgment and willful misconduct by previous city employees that led to Long's wrongful conviction and imprisonment. The State Bureau of Investigation is also paying out $3 million, making the $25 million settlement the biggest in North Carolina's history for a wrongful conviction.
I think the message it sends is that both the city and the State Bureau of Investigation recognized that there was significant harm done here. And although money can't fix it, I think symbolically, when it's a large number like this one, I think that sends an equal message of apology.
Does the number sort of indicate how egregious the case was?
I think it's a big indicator of how egregious this case was.
We're told Long should actually have a check in hand this week. We've spoken with him and his family. They are relieved, and we hope to sit down with them on camera in the coming weeks. Back to you.